25, Mark 5, verse 25, it says, "And a certain woman which had an issue of blood 12 years, and had suffered many things of many physicians, and had spent all that she had, and was nothing better, but rather grew worse. When she had heard of Jesus, when she had heard, when the newspaper published Jesus.
Come on, I hear you.
When she heard
Yes, sir.
of Jesus, came and pressed behind and touched his garment.
Right.
Now, same story in Luke's gospel, beginning at verse 40. Chapter 8, beginning at verse 40. "And it came to pass that when Jesus was returned, the people gladly received him, for they were all waiting for him. And behold, there came a man named Jairus, and he was a ruler of the synagogue, and he fell down at Jesus' feet and besought him that he would come into his house."
Sound like he heard
All right, I hear you.
in some local newspaper
All right, I hear you.
that Jesus
Yeah.
was going to be in town.
I hear you.
For he had only one daughter, about 12 years of age, and she lay dying. But as he went, the people thronged him. And a woman having an issue of blood, there she is again, 12 years, when they had spent all her living upon physicians, neither could be healed of any, came behind him and touched the border of his garment, and immediately her issue of blood stopped. I want to talk just for a second, a few minutes. It's time to try something else.
Yeah, right. Come on.
All right.
It's time
Try something else.
to try something else.
Yes, sir.
Every Sunday morning, I look in the faces of people who are worn out
Well,
and trying gimmick after gimmick to make things better.
yes, sir.
Some still using grandma stuff. Tradition, superstition.
Yes, well.
I got believers. Reverend,
All right.
you know it's bad luck to walk on the ladder.
Yes, sir.
Reverend,
I'm with you, Doc.
I started church last week and a black cat crossed the road. Reverend,
Yeah, preach.
we were ready to go, and my baby broke a mirror. Tradition. The Bible is full of tradition.
Yes, sir.
You find them like round Bethesda pool.
All right.
People waiting to get in the water
That's
just to
right.
get healed.
Yes.
But if you read the story in depth, you find out it was a superstition.
Yes, sir.
Nobody ever got healed in their pool.
All right.
They start believing and they start telling their children that, and everybody just start believing it.
All right.
You be the first one to get in the water. That was a system,
All right. Yes, sir. Preach out.
a line that ran through the temple.
All right.
And every once in a while, when air would get in that system,
Come on now.
bubble would come up.
All right. Preach
And
out.
somebody saw those bubbles and said it was an angel
Yeah. All right.
disturbing the water.
Yes, sir. Preach out.
And at that time, it'd be a good time to get in the
All
water.
right. Preach out.
And folk would line up
Yes, sir. Yeah.
around that pool,
All right. Preach out.
just trying to be the first one to get in the water.
Yes, sir.
But one day, Jesus came by, and Jesus said, it's time for you to try something else. You've been here 38 years, and it ain't working.
All right.
It's time to try something else. Take up your bed and walk.
Yeah, preach out.
He never heard that.
All right.
And he began to believe in the water.
Uh-huh.
but not the one that made the water. There's all kind of superstition, even in the Bible. So this woman, her story starts out by she had a blood issue. Her monthly cycle. It came on, but it never went off. She had dates lined up that never came to pass. Because the cycle never went off. She was in line to get married one day, but she never got engaged because her cycle never went off. There was a lot of things she was promised in life, but it never happened because her problem never got solved. Our churches are full of people with problems that never get solved. They go from day to day, week to week, broken promises, broken hope, because it never comes to pass. Jesus is whispering in our ear. Are you ready? To try something else. She is rich when she started out. She first goes to the local clinic. And she requests from the best doctor. When they get all they can get, they refer her to somebody else. Then he get all he can get, and he referred to somebody else. When he get all he can get, he referred her to somebody else. Then when her money ran out, they said, I'm sorry. We done all we know to do. It was at this point that she came to her senses. It's time. Try something else. I notice God does that. Seems like he got a sense of humor. God allows our resources to run out. The longer you got something to lean on, God said, I ain't got to show up. Think about it. You know, you got your buddies. The longer you can borrow money from mom and daddy, you ain't going to get no job. Long as you got some little sweet woman that say, you ain't got to work, I'll take care of you. But when all that stuff dries up, it ain't long you come to your senses. It's time to do something else. You know, you can use your personality and it can open doors for you, but when it runs out, it don't take long. It's time to try something else. And listen, you know, our church got a lot of good-looking women in it. You know, they use their looks to get what they want. See, time deals with good looks, don't it? A couple of the bottle sometimes turns into a jug. Black hair turns into gray hair. Pretty white teeth, they just disappear. Time deals with looks. And when you get that, it's time to do something else. God allowed her resources to run out. To bring her to her senses. Are you there? Are you there? You used to rely on your job. You prayed every now and then. Thanking God for your job. Then you use your job as an excuse not to go to God's house. Brother, I can't come today because you know I work this day. Now I can't see God giving you something they're going to make you less committed to. I would never give my wife something that make her more attractive to another man. I mean, maybe you know. No. I can't see God giving us something that's going to make us less faithful to him. Now, I have to remind you, you know, I like to plug this in. It's not in my note, but see, it wasn't Adam missing work that made God come looking for him. It's when he missed worship that God come looking for him. We get work and worship mixed up. Worship is major in our life. And until we worship, you have to check where your blessings come from. Now, and I read this story, heard it to the end. There's some stuff you got to look at. Come on now. The woman in this text with a problem for 12 years. She represents the church. The 12-year-old girl in this story represent the Son.